Hi, this is the Carl, the lazy reseller, and in this video I'm going to show you how to do shipping when you're brand new. And what I recommend is when you first start, it's best just to go to Canada Post and pay, but we'll get into that in this next video. So what I'm showing here is for basic sellers and or brand new sellers, I should say, and what I think you should be doing. When you first start selling on eBay, one of the biggest things people have a fear of is shipping, especially from Canada where shipping can be very expensive. And like most things, just getting started is usually the best idea. And what I'm going to do is show you here. So, for example, say you have a Fireball Island and you want to sell it. Usually what I do is I search for it and then I go to Solds. And then I do sell one like this. So let's just pick a random one, this one here, and it'll take you to this other screen. So what you want to do is, I'm ignoring all the top stuff because I'm just showing the shipping, is you want to set up shipping such that it will calculate how much it will cost to ship to your buyer. And this is important because often people underestimate how much shipping is in Canada and they get stung. And with calculated shipping, what it does is takes the dimensions of the item in the box you're going to ship and charges the buyer based on that. And that's a really good place to start. And honestly, when you first have the first couple sales, I say just go to Canada Post, pay it, get a couple solds under your belt for experience, and then move on to the next steps. But just a quick show of how to do it. So what you want to do is, like I showed you, go here, down to domestic shipping, and what you want to do is click calculated, and for the services, just start with post regular parcel. Never do free shipping in Canada. I don't think it's worth it. I think it's rarely worth it, and we're not going to cover that. And you could do expedited, but I don't think it's worth it, and you'll learn that further and why it's not. For handling time, I pick 2 business days, and that gives you some time to have a sale, hopefully a second sale, and then pack it and get it ready. And 2 days seems to be fine. No one's ever complained. Handling costs, I never put anything in there. This is, some people say you should have some there for the cost of the boxes and materials, but I don't like overcomplicating things, and I don't think it's really worth it. Now, for international shipping, I recommend United States only, especially at the beginning, because shipping to the United States is just as easy to ship to than Canada, and their levels for before they had to pay duties like 800 US, and you should not be selling anything as high as that anyways. And it's actually cheaper and easier often to ship to the United States. So what you want to do is you do calculated for the international shipping as well, and you want to go ship, and you're going to do choose custom location and click United States, and you'll have a few different options. And if I was you, if it's the first one, you might actually want to pick track packet, and that's just for your own comfort. But after you've done a few, I have some different opinions on that, but I'll go back into that further into the video. So we're going to pick that, and all the same down here, and down here. Create exclusion list. And now you picked where you're going to ship to, but I highly recommend you do this because sometimes you hear that sometimes people outside of where you want to ship to still are able to do it. So create exclusion list, and you pick everywhere you don't want to ship to, which is basically everywhere. And you can pick PO box if you want to. And then here you want to show all the countries, and since you're picking where you don't ship to, you pick these. And of course you still want United States. And Canada is automatically added for .ca. Boop. Okay. Now, when you are putting in the dimensions of your item, you have to account for the size of the box. So you might be shipping, say, a Smurf, which is really small, 5 centimeters by 5 centimeters by 5 centimeters. But really, what you do is account for is the box, and what they don't tell you is there's often a minimum size on one of the dimensions. I think it's 14 or 16, but what you can do is you can have issues where you think everything is working, you pick too low. So 16, 12, 12, that's a good size box, or whatever box you have. And when you should measure the box itself, because don't just take the dimensions that shows at the bottom of the box, because I find when you actually get it ready for shipping, it's not the same size. And for the grams, you should, the weight of the item, the weight of the box, and the weight of the packing material. It's okay to overestimate a little bit, because like I said at first, what you're doing is you're just getting the experience. So you might put, I don't know, 250 grams or something like that, and that's it. And when the person buys the item, what it's going to do is it's going to charge them the shipping cost for this. And the nice thing about this is it saves you from, like, if you just say, oh, it's really only going to be $5, and someone, I don't know, from Nunavut buys it, you end up spending $25 on shipping, and you didn't expect that, and that's a really hard thing to start with when you're doing shipping. But that's it for the basic one. What I want to show you is next is a little more details on how the costs are for shipping to the United States and shipping to Canada.